So you're thinking about moving to Chicago, the Chicago suburbs. If one of these 5 things is really important to you, then I'm gonna tell you right now why you absolutely should not move to Naperville, Illinois. We're gonna get right into it. Hey, welcome back to Sweet Home Chicagoland. This is the channel where we feature all things Chicago suburbs and how to buy and sell real estate right here in the greater Chicago area. My name's Grano. I'm with Keller Williams Realty right here in the Chicago suburbs, and I can't wait to share with you all the amazing things that Chicago suburbs have to offer. But today, we're talking about 5 reasons why you shouldn't move to Naperville, Illinois. So let's get into it. Number 5, and that is an amazing view. Now, don't get me wrong, there are homes in Naperville that have good views. We've got the DuPage River that runs right through town. We've got some beautiful forest preserves and prairie preserves and things like that. So there are nice things to look at. But if you're looking for that iconic view, like the mountains off in the distance, or the sun setting over the ocean or over a lake, or whatever, something massive like that, you're just not gonna find it here in Naperville. Welcome to the Prairie State, okay? So we've got very flat land, no rolling hills to look at. There are, again, beautiful things to look at, but if you want that amazing view, you're gonna have to look somewhere else. And hey, there's happens to be a ginormous lake just about 40 miles east of here, Lake Michigan. So if you wanna see that every day, you can move into the city or you can just go visit it. But if you're looking for that view, unfortunately, Naperville is not for you. All right, number 4, and that's traffic. So unfortunately, Naperville has a lot of traffic, and the reality is all of Chicagoland has traffic. So if you don't want traffic, you're probably gonna need to move to, like, I don't know, Cleveland? I don't know, they probably have traffic there too. But here's the thing. If you're moving to Naperville, you gotta realize it's a city of 150,000 people. So it's a suburb of Chicago, but it's one of the biggest cities in Illinois on its own. Now, if you're gonna be commuting in rush hour, you're dropping the kids off at school, you're driving to work, in the morning on the major thoroughfares and near downtown, there is gonna be some traffic. So build in a little bit of extra time for you to get where you're going. But the good news about the traffic in Naperville is that if you're working and living in Naperville, you don't really have to hop on any highways. Everything's kind of right here, so you're not gonna be stuck into that Chicago city traffic. So that's the good news. But again, if you're looking for just super, no cars on the streets, that kind of thing, you're gonna have to go out into the boonies, okay? All right, number 3 reason not to move to Naperville is the commute to the city. So I just kind of alluded to that, but if you are going to be commuting to the city, and by that I mean the city of Chicago, then you probably want to be looking somewhere else. If you're gonna have to make that drive every single day and you don't like driving, then don't do it. But if you don't mind splitting that a little bit longer drive into the city, but the benefit of being in a great community like Naperville, then you'll probably be fine. It's about a 45-minute drive on the highway to downtown Chicago. And if you hop on the train, it's about 35 minutes on an express train, maybe closer to 45, 50 minutes on a train that makes all the stops. But again, if you just want that super easy commute, if you wanna like literally walk out of your condo down Michigan Avenue and like right into your office building, then just live in the city, okay? And there's also suburbs that are closer that have a shorter commute if that's what you're looking for. All right, the number 2 reason not to move to Naperville, and that is walkability. So here's the thing. Some people love to be able to walk everywhere. My friends that live in the city of Chicago and my agent partners that serve my clients in the city of Chicago, they love to talk about, oh, I just walked down to the grocery store, I walked down to the restaurant, I walked to this, I walked to that. Awesome. Wouldn't you love to walk to the grocery store and carry 12 bags with you back to your condo? I'm just kidding. But some people, they love that, right? The good news is that Naperville actually does have walkability. We have an amazing downtown in Naperville. It's one of the best downtowns in all of Chicagoland, probably one of the best in the country. I don't know, I haven't surveyed them all. But if you love that walkability to restaurants, shopping, and all that kind of thing, you do have the opportunity to do that in Naperville, but you're gonna pay for it. The homes in the downtown area of Naperville are among the most expensive, most beautiful too, but definitely the most expensive in the city. So if you're looking for that walkability, it's there. Just know that it's a select area where you're gonna find that. The reality is the majority of people who live in Naperville do not live in an area where they can walk to restaurants and shopping and things like that. So you're gonna have to have a car for sure. So if walkability is really important, you might wanna look at something closer to the city or definitely in the city itself. itself. All right, so we're gonna talk about the #1 reason why you shouldn't move to Naperville. But before we do that, please go ahead, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button so I can share more videos and more content with you in the future. And hey, if you like this, tell a friend and share the video with them. All right, #1 reason why you shouldn't move to Naperville, Illinois, and that is, wait for it, affordability. That's right. Now this depends on where you're moving from. If you're moving from San Francisco or Manhattan or Miami Beach, then hey, maybe Naperville is going to be cheaper for you. But for the majority of Americans, they're going to find that the cost of living in Naperville is more than the national average. So it's about 43% more than the national average in terms of the cost of living in Naperville. And housing is where it's really going to be the test. Housing in Naperville is 148% more than the national average. Now the good news is, and that comes with the fact that the average home price in Naperville is $599,000. The good news is you don't have to buy a $600,000 house. There's lots of opportunities. You can certainly rent an apartment in Naperville. You can find condos in the mid 100s to 200,000s in Naperville. You can find a townhome for $200,000 to $300,000 in Naperville. You can find a single family home in the mid to upper 300,000s. So there's lots of opportunity no matter what price point you're looking for, no matter what your budget is. You could probably find a place to live in Naperville, but it's definitely gonna be more expensive than what you're used to for the average American. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Once again, like, subscribe, share. I hope to see you on the next video.